A predator, a liar, a cult, and a tainted hard drive. This is the story of Joshua Cletus Duggar. Josh was born on March 3rd, 1988, to his uncle, father, grandpa, cousin, Jim Bob, and Jim Bob's manufacturing plant, Michelle Duggar. He was their miracle baby. It took them several months to conceive because they couldn't get past Michelle's chastity device. The first time they saw little Joshy, Jim Bob looked at Michelle and said,
"Gee, I haven't been this happy since Daddy and Aunt Mama gave birth to you."
Overjoyed, they took Josh back to their compound in Purdy Mouth, Arkansas, which is located everywhere in this circle.
He got a little pretty mouth, ain't he?
But there was a problem. Little Josh was lonely. So Jim Bob and Michelle decided the only logical solution was to queef him out a harem. I mean siblings. In the years that followed, Michelle and Jim Bob Dumbass Pants would find a way to exploit their children via child labor so that they could neglect them. The kids handled all the chores, from laundry to clipping Jim Bob's toenails to reminding Josh to wipe his ass. The punishment for disobeying? Being stoned to death, and not in a good way. They also homeschooled each other, learning such valuable lessons as dinosaurs don't exist, the earth is flat, women are not people, if you are rich, white, and Christian, you can get away with just about anything. Sperm causes cancer, so women need to stay with one man their whole lives so they develop an immunity to it. That you shouldn't read the Bible. The pastor will do that for you. And, of course, hillbilly math. If Billy Joe Bob has 4 teeth and he loses 1, how many are left? 5. Oh, and they also taught that consent was a myth. Now, we all know about the 2015 scandal about how he had abused 5 girls. Well, listen to this. I noticed something. Listen to this.
There's things that we've learned even since then that I think, you know what, we don't let boys babysit.
Did you catch it? Yeah, that's right. This walking spray tan, this queen of the carrots, this said there are things we've learned since then. Okay, since then. This sounds to me like there was more stuff that they were, covering up, lying about. It is my understanding that it was also a lie that he wasn't allowed to babysit. While we're on the subject of Tropicana Lady here, you know how people from that part of the country refuse to say gay because it, quote-unquote, sugarcoats homosexuality? Yeah, well, these are the same people that call incest kissing cousins.
We are from Arkansas, no.
Also, while we're on the subject of LGBTQ+, listen to this excerpt from a robocall that she made.
The Fayetteville City Council is voting on an ordinance this Tuesday night that would allow men, yes, I said men, to use women's and girls' restrooms, locker rooms, showers, sleeping areas, and other areas that are designated for females only.
First of all, where are these public sleeping areas that she's talking about? Because I've never heard of them. And as far as the pool and the bathrooms go, this could have been solved a long time ago. You know what you do? You bring the stall doors all the way down to the floor. Like, any bathroom you go into, somebody can just poke their head under there and see you using the bathroom. Like, it's ridiculous. They should have done that a long time ago. Make each stall like a closet. The solution really is that simple. She's fighting for the right to be naked in front of other people. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to change in front of a stranger. Nobody wants to shower in front of a stranger. It's absolutely ridiculous. And why are you leaving these children unattended in these areas anyway? You say all this about the LGBTQ+ community abusing children, yet I don't see you picketing Catholic churches. I don't see you, harassing priests people who are actually proven, like not all of them, but enough of them that you probably shouldn't take your kids to church if you're Catholic. So I guess all you've got to do is believe in God, and they'll let you get away with anything you want. Oh, and by the way, that stick up Karen the Carrot's ass, Jim Bob put it there because before him, it's my understanding that she used to be a cheerleader, date football players, which, they've been known to do. To me, the only thing more pointless than football is cheerleading. But anyway, she would also wear bikinis while mowing the lawn that were so skimpy, the neighbors would complain about it. I guess there was nobody outside to yell Nike. Nike, as in the shoe, is the family safe word, and if there's a quote-unquote provocatively dressed woman, I guess maybe her wrists are showing or something, then the girls will say Nike, and the boys... Both of them are serious, with only one joke sprinkled in, and the first one is Anna Duggar, Josh's wife, who is the one that I really kind of feel sorry for, but then part of me is like,
you're a liar! You're a liar!
I wonder what she's hiding. I wonder what she's covering up, because it's not uncommon for women to cover up when their husband is abusing one of their children, and those are the ones that are not this brainwashed. They were put together in an arranged marriage, and honestly, I wonder if there was some kind of business deal there, like some kind of dowry, some kind of something. I mean, the Bible has instructions for selling your daughters into slavery, so I don't know if that's what this is about. But she had to notice things. Maybe she blocked them out of her mind, maybe not. Like, there was that scar on his hand that showed up in one of the pictures on his hard drive. I don't know what became of that, but, he's been convicted, so... And I don't know. I just think they need to give all of his children medical exams just to make sure, just as a precaution, and it's none of our business. We don't need to know about it, but they need to do it. Yeah. And also, I'm reading that right now, she still believes he's innocent, and that the Biden administration set him up, and that if the Trump administration was still here, this would have never happened. Now, why would she possibly think that? The second thing I want to tell you is, okay, I hated the Duggars before the whole scandal thing happened. I've hated them for a very long time, and it's because I grew up in a cultish environment. Granted, it wasn't half as bad as how these kids have it. It was still pretty interesting. And we had this fire and brimstone preacher who scared the hell in me. Like, I would cry myself to sleep from, like, the ages of 12 to 14 because I was so scared that I wasn't really saved. And he threw this paradox into my head. If I was an android, my head would have exploded. And what it was, he said that there was this boy who got saved, and he got, like, he asked why he got saved, and the boy said, because I'm afraid of hell. And he said, now does that mean he's really saved? Of course, he was implying that he wasn't, but everybody gets saved because they're scared of hell. That's just a thing. Like, if they want to go about it the right way, don't preach about hell until after they're saved. And yeah, whatever. And this guy at Vacation Bible School, and he was explaining to us kids and we were like 9 or 10, and he was explaining to us kids the medical aspects of being hung from a cross, like the nails going in through the wrists, through the nerves, and like the agonizing pain, and drinking vinegar. I think he actually had us taste a little bit of vinegar, if I remember correctly. He had us taste it so we would know what it was that Jesus had to drink while he was on the cross. But it's just absolutely astounding what these preachers can say to kids, and the parents don't give a shit. And I used to have nightmares about the rapture and my parents getting beheaded in front of me, If I woke up and nobody was in the house, I was scared to death that I got left behind. And these are not things that children should have to worry about. And yeah, that's nothing compared to what these kids have gone through. Like, nothing. And, that fucked me up pretty bad. So I do feel sorry for the kids, except for the one that tried to run over a cat, or laughed while her husband tried to run over a cat. Yeah, screw her. Cats are better than kids. Boys will look down